students of Judith P. Thompson Primary gunning for ZNS's newsroom. That kitty story is straight ahead.
Plus, fertility in paradise. Sound interesting? Well, stay close to find out all about it.
Plus, it's Child Protection Month, powered by hope, strengthened by prevention.
And coming up in sports, Windsor and Life of Key Schools double BAISS soccer champs.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Well, it's the weekend, Marlena. Can't wait to get it all started.
You know, Friday is everybody's favorite day.
It sure is. And to show how much we love Fridays, let's dive right into the news, shall we? For a chance to get their feet wet in the journalism industry here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, students from a Centerville primary school competed against each other using communication skills they've acquired under the mentorship of local public speaking development clubs. Danielle Dean tells us more.
It started with 50 students of the Judith P. Thompson Primary School, then narrowed down to 25. And in the end, 3 boys and 3 girls went head-to-head in the speech competition called Voices of Tomorrow. This is all thanks to months of training by Club 1600 and Club 7178, the all-male and female branch of communication and public speaking development organization, Toastmasters.
Well, the thing that we always wanted to work on was the 3 C's: confidence, communication, and then we also touch on consequences. So with these speaking skills, we want to make sure that, hey, when they're in a situation, when they have conflict, they can use their speaking skills, they can use their communication skills, they can use their debating skills. It doesn't have to resort to violence, it doesn't have to resort to anything else other than just basic communication.
The students, expressive and creative in speech, some even breaking out into song, worked tirelessly to present their best, according to President of the First Bahamas branch of Toastmasters, Club 1600, Cameron Reckley.
When you lend a helping hand, you watch some people the way success instead of watching them fail.
But if you want to go further, then we need to go together.
We are the mighty cheetahs.
But of the pack, 10-year-old Samia Wallace emerged the victor, making this clever observation and subsequently pivoting to her benefit.
When the first person went Ashania, I saw she couldn't do all of the stuff because she had the mic in her hand. It was going to give me like a disadvantage because I couldn't move around and do other stuff, because I actually feel really good because I just went and won this like a couple of weeks ago, and I won first place with this. And now I'm back at the school again and I'm winning first place with an even bigger trophy.
It's an exciting time because we would have never thought that our school would have been chosen to have been doing this, especially not a primary school, because you would think when you hear Toastmasters that they would totally cater to the high school students more because they're able to speak and articulate themselves better, but it's a good thing that they're doing this with the primary school children.
Only boy in the top 3, Demarion Sanders, excitedly holds on to this promise by Club 1600, 7178, and partners, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
We are going to have a chance to at least have a job at ZNS. So we decided that we was going to practice so that if they do take us up there, we know how to communicate, make eye contact, and talk to people.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, Baroness Patricia Scotland has stepped down from her post as the 6th Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations. She retires, leaving a rich legacy as a woman of action with a heart for the people. She recently had the opportunity to tell the Bahamas how much we meant to her during her tenure. Felicity Darville has more.
Baroness Patricia Scotland has retired as the Commonwealth Secretary General, leaving behind a legacy defined by reform, resilience, and advocacy. She was the first woman to hold the position, taking office in 2016. While in New York, Bahamian officials, including the Honorable Miles LaRota, wife of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, and Permanent Secretary Fedra Ramming Turnquest, had the opportunity to pay her an official visit, bearing beautiful Bahamian gifts. When they sat down, she shared why the Commonwealth of Nations is still relevant today.
If you were trying to create the Commonwealth today, you probably couldn't do it. Because, you know, right in the Pacific and the Caribbean and Asia and Africa and Europe and the Americas, why would we all know each other or be together if not for our common history?
The Bahamas is particularly near and dear to her heart. She received the Bahamas Order of Excellence Award from Governor General Dame Cynthia Pratt following an excellent partnership with former Minister the Honourable Obadiah Wilchcombe as they worked together to pull off 13 WAM, one of the most significant Women's Affairs Ministers meetings to date.
A very warm and heartfelt thank you for everything that the Bahamas have done, for partnering with us in this incredibly important journey in terms of women and empowerment and ending violence. And you know that you and the Bahamas have been stalwart campaigners and supporters of this whole agenda.
One of the highlights of her tenure, the Baroness launched the Climate Finance Access Hub, raising over $310 million to support climate resilience projects. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
Thanks a lot, Felicity. Well, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Fred Mitchell, was the first foreign minister of the Commonwealth to call on the new Secretary General, Shirley Botchway, at her office in London. Minister Mitchell brought greetings from Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis and best wishes to her during her term. Minister Mitchell pledged the country's support in her work. The new Commonwealth Secretary General, who is Ghana's former Minister of Foreign Affairs, assumed office on Tuesday, pledging to advance the values of the Commonwealth Charter at a time of growing global tensions and shifting alliances.
Well, the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is increasing its efforts to combat child abuse and neglect as the nation observes Child Protection Month under the theme Powered by Hope, Strengthened by Prevention. With 2,040 reported cases of child abuse, abandonment, and neglect from 2019 to 2023, Acting Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honourable Zane Lightbourne, says these numbers highlight the urgent need for action.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and nurturing environment where they can positively grow. Let us use this month to renew our commitment to child protection, to strengthen the safety nets around our children, and to remember that every effort we make, no matter how small, contributes to a brighter tomorrow for the children we are entrusted to protect.
Among the reported cases, neglect is the most prevalent with 737 cases, sexual abuse with 537, and physical abuse with 420 cases. Ministry officials say while awareness campaigns have been ongoing, the ministry is pushing for stronger community engagement to improve the prevention and intervention process.
As a government, we are committed to continuing our efforts to both prevention and intervention. We are strengthening child protection systems, improving access to services, and supporting initiatives that equip families with the tools they need to keep their children safe and to keep them well.
Today is recognized as National Fertility Day here in the Bahamas, hence why I'm wearing orange. The announcement was made last evening at the second annual fertility conference at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort. A conference of this magnitude is helping to educate women with complications that can occur pre- and post-conception. With nearly a dozen experts taking part in the two-day event, local endocrinologist Dr. Christine Curling says a major issue affecting women would-be mothers is that of polycystic ovary syndrome.
So the polycystic ovarian syndrome is a metabolic disorder really that's made of a constellation of signs and symptoms. So patients with polycystic ovarian syndrome can have varying disorders including irregular periods, increase in weight gain, they can have excessive amounts of facial hair. They can have predispositions to diabetes, elevated cholesterol, high blood pressure, and even sometimes mood disorders because of the pressure of dealing with all of the things that could be happening in their body.
Apart from producing her own book on the topic titled Beyond the Knowledge, Dr. Curling says after about 15 years working with affected patients, treatment varies but offers this advice to patients and practitioners.
When you deal with patients who have chronic metabolic disorders, they tend to have to develop long-term relationships with their physicians because a lot of the times the interventions are not one step. So it takes relationship building, getting to know the patient, and sometimes as you get to know patients, you understand the things that make them comfortable, the things that make them uncomfortable, the things that make them choose to continue their care with a physician. And so if you pay enough attention to what your patient is saying and doing, then you learn the things that are effective ways of managing patients, and you would learn the things that tend to turn patients away.
And still to come, it's Entertainment Friday. Gospel artist Sapphire J joins us tonight, so keep it locked.
At RBC, we're proud to support Alive's Ultimate Business Makeover campaign for a second year. We know that micro, small, and medium businesses are vital to our economy. They drive innovation, and more importantly, they create jobs. By investing in their growth, we're fostering economic success, and together we can pave the road to a thriving business community.
I am a master plumber by profession. I've been doing plumbing for over 40 odd years. When I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. To me, living with polio, I took it the way it is. I never allowed my polio to get in my way of anything. In fact, I love when people doubt me, and I just prove them wrong. And let me tell you, in the world, you could only find a plumber as good as me, but you ain't gonna find no plumber better than me. People with disability, they just need a chance. In this program, I feel so encouraged. Most of the mentors have different kind of disability, but disabilities like me. Sharing and caring and showing so much support with people with disability. They would encourage you to go beyond. I wish this was around a long time ago. Right now, I would have been a millionaire. You out there who have a disability, don't be afraid. Take the step. If you believe it, you could achieve it. And remember one thing, ain't no one better than me, and ain't no one better than y'all. God made all us equal.
For more information about how the SBDC can help your small business to make a big impact, give us a call at 461-7232 or visit sbdcbahamas.com.
Weekly specials and lower fat rates equal bigger savings at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Pickwill tomato paste, 6 ounces, $1.09. Pastoroni pastas, assorted 15-ounce, 2 for $4.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Danish spare ribs, $2.89 per pound. Fresh lemons, 3 for $1. Sign up and join the Super Value Quality Digital Rewards Program at any Super Value and Quality Supermarkets location.
You're looking at a beautiful shot of sunset over the city of Nassau. Destiny Reed is our drone pilot tonight. Let's take a trip down to Eleuthera. Let's go. Some good news for the junior Junkanoo community tonight. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, telling ZNS News at this past weekend's Eleuthera Junior Junkanoo Parade that he plans to increase seed funding for junior Junkanooers in the 2025-2026 budget. He's impressed with the level of dedication administrators, teachers, students, and their parents put into each parade, and he feels more money should be dispersed to elevate the aspect of our culture.
We know Junkanoo are a very expensive venture, and even though the little that we give, even in the senior Junkanoo parade, they'll tell you it's not enough. But there's only so much we can do as a government. That's why we're happy for Disney Cruise for coming on board and assisting us in a few of the family islands. And so when we get corporate sponsors on board, it helps us a lot to defray some of that cost. And so it's very important to be able to financially support these schools, but make sure that the kids have an opportunity to have fun, showcase their talent in front of their parents.
Continuing to feature our gospel artists during the season of Lent, tonight we celebrate Sapphire J, who is not only going to have a sit-down with us, but will also perform for us later on in the show. Sapphire J, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you for having me.
So I know a gospel counterpart of yours speaks so highly of you, saying you have a very interesting background in music. Tell us a little bit about it.
Wow. Okay, so I started writing at the age of 13. I honestly thought I was going to come out as a gospel rapper in my teens. Then I had a life-changing experience at the age of 22 that kind of propelled me into ministry. I don't know exactly how deep we can go here, but I was sort of like offered like as a sacrifice for witchcraft, and because of that, that propelled me to find my voice, to find my way, and I realized that through writing music, that was my form of healing, that was my form of, let's say, a therapeutic way. And I remember I was living in Exuma on another island at the time, and I kind of heard God after doing a song in church saying that He wanted me to do spoken word. And I was like, poetry, nobody's listening to poetry. And He was like, but they're going to listen to you. So He was like, I want you to sacrifice music, but I want you to go in the avenue of spoken word. It was through that, I think in 2012, then I transitioned to Nassau in 2013, and He allowed me to start a platform called Pen and Tongue, and that basically was the Christian environment for spoken word events. So what I did was I used my platform to open it up to others who wrote poetry but didn't have a platform to share without any judgment. So that was the lane I was on for about 12 years.
Why gospel?
I grew up in a Christian home, and like I said, because of the traumatic experience that I had at the age of 22, my thing was only God I could have called on. So it would have not been wise of me to go in another direction. So gospel was all I knew.
Have you done any collaborations with any other gospel artists?
Definitely. I've done one with Yasmin Newbold. She's actually featured on the track that I will be doing tonight, as well as Iman and a few other uprising gospel artists, I would say.
Other than music, what do you do other than music?
I'm actually a certified chef, but at this point, I'm trying to navigate into the lane of music now. So like, I've done my time as a poet, but now I want to segue into music as a rapper.
All right, very versatile. So what song are you performing for us this evening?
Divine Love. Divine Love was taken from John 15, where Jesus spoke about Him being the vine and we being the branches, and if we abide in Him, He will abide in us. And I wrote that song not knowing exactly the depth of it. So it's almost like, you know, when you write something and then you live it out after the fact. Yeah, that's one of those that's one of those experiences.
Are you writing any other songs?
Definitely. Like I say, I'm working on music now, so I'm trying to work on those as a project.
All right, Sapphire J, and we'll see you later on in the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Let's take a look at what's coming up in sports.
Champions crowned in BAISS soccer action. Details of that story coming up in sports.
Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less than so far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tech and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health.
Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Welcome to your Feel Good Friday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. World champions crowned in the senior division of the BASS Soccer Championships. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. A packed house at the Roscoe Davies playing field for the senior girls and boys matchups. In Game 1, the Comets of Queens College faced off against the Dragons of Lyford Key School. The Comets worked their offense, but the Dragons proved to be the better defensively. Lyford Key would maintain a steady 3-1 lead through the match. The Comets looked to redeem themselves, but the Dragons roared their way to victory, securing the senior girls title. Head coach duo Sarah Ilgen-Fritz and Anissa Albury on the program's second consecutive championship.
We knew we were going to have to work. Honestly, the skill is there, the talent is there, but today it was really about digging deep. It was about players stepping up and taking charge of the game when we needed them to in multiple different positions. It was really a team win.
We're just excited. We're so proud of our school. I mean, our school puts in a lot of effort into our program, and I think that that's shined today as well.
For the senior boys, Windsor faced off against the St. Andrews Hurricanes. Despite early defensive pressure from the Hurricanes, Windsor struck first to take a 1-0 lead in the opening half. St. Andrews responded with a much more aggressive approach, leading to a penalty that put Windsor up 2-0. After the half, the Hurricanes managed to score one, but Windsor held firm to seal a 2-1 victory and capture their title. Head coach Killian Lyons on what this championship means for his young lads.
I'm delighted. It's been a long time coming, a lot of work. I can't say enough about these guys. 6 o'clock sessions before school, so they've put in the work, they've bought into the process, different things we've tried out, and they've come out every day and done exactly it, so I can't be prouder of them now.
And that's been your Feel Good Friday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned, we've got weather when we return.
This house is haunted. But there are no such things as ghosts.
Next time you want to gossip, Mrs. McCarthy, run it by me first.
Time now for your Access weather forecast. Dry and breezy conditions were experienced throughout the 700 Islands today, and that will continue right into Saturday. On Sunday, we'll have a brief drop in those winds, paving the way for the arrival of a frontal system early next week. And just in case you missed it yesterday, Colorado State University, well, they posted their 2025 hurricane prediction, and they are looking at 17 named storms. That is 3 above the average, and 9 of which will become hurricane. That put 2 above the long-term average. And we're looking at 4 major hurricanes in the 2025 hurricane season. But as I always tell my viewing audience, do not worry too much about the numbers. Just be prepared for that one that is coming your way. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the Northwest and Central Islands into Saturday, the winds are going to be southeast at 12 to 18 knots, the wave height 3 to 6 feet. Low tide, that would take place at 7:52 in the morning, with another low tide at 7:02 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast Bahamas tonight and Saturday, the winds become east to southeast, 15 to 25 knots. Those wave heights, they're going to continue very rough at 5 to 8 feet over the ocean. So we have an advisory in place for small craft in the southeast Bahamas. And then on Sunday in the Northwestern Islands, we will see that reduction in those winds. They become southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots. The wave height is 2 to 4 feet. The low tide will take place at 10:09 in the morning, with your high tide at 4:05 in the afternoon. And for the Central and Southeastern Islands Sunday, southeast winds, some reduction there as well. So that advisory will be reduced to a caution flag. Wave height subsiding 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. got to do it for you. International temperatures brought to you by Rolls Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDawn and Melina.
Thanks a lot, Basil. And the weekend begins right now, Melina.
That's right. Yes, it does. Live in studio, here's Sapphire J.
I'm reminded of your love for us. So Lord, allow this song to be a love letter directed towards you. Cleanse my heart, 'cause I'm all yours. In you I abide. This song is taken from John 15. My will no longer require. For he's the vine and I'm the branch. I'm one with the vine. Walk with me as you journey through my prayer life. Your words, my desire. God the Father, I am your seed. You are the gardener that watches over me. Break off the parts of me that spirals out of control. Cut away the edges that seem familiar but are constantly stunting my growth. Cleanse me with the words declared from your lips over my life. It is my desire to remain in union with you. I call it covenant because I am your bride. Intertwined because I realized my life would be fruitless if I was disconnected from the vine. For loving you empowers me to obey your commands. I yield, I surrender. Father, do as you plan. In you I abide. My will no longer require. I'm one with the vine. Your thoughts, your words, my desire. You say, ask and it shall be given. Seek and I will find. Knock and the doors will be opened. For the only thing I desire is to be under an open heaven. This life ain't working for me if your grace lifts. And I can't maintain if the enemy has access and continues to sift me as wheat. For my fruit is evident when you're near. Power rushes through my veins as the angels cry, holy, holy, saturating the atmosphere. While glory fills the room, announcing that your presence is here. I love it here because your presence is here. Holy Spirit, replenish the air. For loving you empowers me to obey your commands. I yield, I surrender. Father, do as you plan. In you I abide. My will no longer required. No, I'm one with the vine. Your thoughts, your words, my desire. In you I abide. My will no longer required. I'm one with the vine. Your thoughts, your words, my desire. My heart, my mind, my soul, it belongs to you, oh God. My words, my will, my worship, it is all yours, oh God. My heart, my mind, come on, Lord, I'm giving it all to you, oh God, because it belongs to you. I'm yours, God. Yeah, here's my worship. All of my worship is yours, God. For loving you empowers me to obey your commands. I yield, I surrender. Father, do as you plan. 15. I am the vine. I'm the branch.
That's it for the Bahamas Tonight. Access now. Make sure to join us right back here on Monday at 7:30.
Well, stay tuned for the Bahamas Tonight at 11 p.m. with the ZNSI Candy Royston Jones.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.